like to start by confusing you, or at least confuse myself even further. But the 40% Kennedy's half dollar is actually 80% silver, 20% copper on the outside layer, and the opposite, 80% copper and 20% silver in the inner layer. Somehow, when you combine all those percentages together, it turns out there's 40% silver content. This diagram just presents an overview of the history of the Kennedy half dollar. It began its life in 1964 with a 90% silver planchet. The very next year, it was reduced to a 40% silver planchet, and that lasted until 1971, where silver was dropped entirely and the half dollar became a totally clad business strike and proof. There were some occasions where silver reappeared in 40% form in 1976 for the bicentennial, and again for various 50th anniversaries. And in 1992, the San Francisco Mint started creating proofs at 90% for collectors. General circulation ended for the half dollar in 2001. It wasn't being used in circulation much anyhow. And after 2001, all the coins being minted were for collectors. So how did 40% come about? Well, in 1964, the first year they struck the Kennedy half dollar, it was 90% silver, but the price of silver kept going up. The more they produced the 64 Kennedy, the more people hoarded it. It wasn't being circulated. People weren't spending it. They were just buying them all. And as the price of silver went up, they kept hoarding more and more. They couldn't mint enough of them, and they never went into circulation to any serious degree. And it was like a deadly embrace, both feeding each other the need for more silver to create more Kennedys, to hoard them and not spend them. And so in an attempt to get the price of silver back down and to get them into circulation, they decided to cut the silver content to 40% almost immediately in 1965. On top of all that, there was a coin shortage, and in order to focus on cranking out as many coins as possible, they simplified the Kennedy production run in 1965, 66, and 67 to a single special mint set, SMS. They didn't create any proofs those 3 years, and not a business strike. They kind of cut it down the middle and created a design called the special mint set, which is a planchet that was not quite as complicated or as difficult to mint as a proof, but an improvement over the quality levels of your standard business strike planchets. So it was a compromise, but it allowed the mints to focus on cranking out as many coins as possible. The special mint set ended in 1967, and in 1968, production returned to a normal business strike and proof for 3 years. And 1970 was the last year the 40% planchet was used. And 1970 is a key date since there was only a couple million business strikes released, an order of magnitude fewer than the prior years. It's very collectible. Hard to find any good examples. The final special 40% planchet was used for bicentennial 1976, and that's it. So if you're interested in collecting or stacking 40% Kennedys, these are your years. And keep an eye out for 1970Ds. They're valuable. Okay, that's enough talking. I'd like to present the 40% Kennedy silver collection I've gathered, and I hope you enjoy.